For over a decade, Mario Kart 8 was the constant in everyone's life. No, seriously, you couldn't escape this game. I mean, it sold over 7 million copies. Everyone and their mother was buying this game, and honestly, it's incredibly obvious why. Besides the fact it's Mario Kart, this game might be the best in the series. It ended with 96 courses and like a more billion characters. The craziest part of this game was its life cycle, and it started in the mud with the Wii U, then rose because the Switch exists. Anyways, since I pretty much grew up with this game, I'll pause for you old heads. I wanted to look at its history and find out why this game was so damn successful. Alright, I want to take you guys back. The year was 2013 and the Wii U had been out for like 6 months. So far you only got shit like New Super Mario Bros. U, which is fine, but I've been using gameplay of the Wii game, so how about that? It was June and everybody was ready for the Wii U to finally get games and justify its existence. And we got this? Yup. A sequel to a 3DS game for the new 3D Mario. Yeah, that's strange. 3D Mario is like a once-in-a-generation game that should be celebrated, and they make a by-the-numbers sequel for the Wii U. Eventually, we saw another Mario game, and it was Mario Kart 8. And this shit was impressive. It was the first HD game in the series, and it was so pretty. I mean, it had vivid colors, fun-looking gameplay, and a cool anti-gravity gimmick. It's insane looking back at it, but Mario Kart stole the show for many people. Anyways, we had almost a whole year until the game would release, as it was slated for May 2014. Over the following months, we got trailers showing off more features, more items, and more tracks. And the highlight, or lowlight if you ask some, we got a trailer showing off the 7 Koopalings are appearing in the game. This was around the time you couldn't get a break from these fucks, but it's Mario Kart, who cares? Fast forward to April 30th, and we got a Mario Kart 8 Direct. Honestly, it was nothing crazy. It was just a long overview of the game. It explained everything in detail, which was nice. I did like the vibe of the older Directs, so it was still fun to watch. They also announced a deal where if you got the game in the first 2 months, you could get one of 4 Wii U games for free. It's no secret Nintendo was struggling, and that shit brought me back to that era. It was like a twisted version of the Ratatouille flashback scene. But all of this is window dressing. Was the game itself any good? I mean, it's Mario Kart, so of course it's good. I mean, you have banger tracks like Toad Harbor, which is a cozy track based on a port town, which makes it so chill. You got Thwomp Ruins, which is what the title suggests. Ruins based on thwomps. Riveting commentary. The last track I'll mention here is Electrodrome, and this is a rave-themed course with a cool beat and just a cool looking environment, dude. Also, shout out to the retro courses, man. Moo Moo Meadows is beautiful, and it peaked in this game. I fuck with Grumble Volcano too, and they brought it back. Glad to see my boy in HD. Also, DK Jungle is cool because monkeys. They even introduced an item that could destroy the blue shell. Yes, finally, we true carters have something to defend us from that piece of shit. That blue blur. Obligatory Sonic reference aside, this game was some heat. Except for one thing. Throughout the entire hype cycle, we knew frighteningly little about this game's battle mode. And what would you guess? It's ass. There are no battle tracks, they just recycle courses in the game, like the GOAT Toad Harbor. You tarnish my GOAT, you godless oafs. As you can imagine, an entire course as a battle map means you see opponents like twice a year, kinda like your grandma. And the final battle mode sin of this game was the fact it only had balloon battle.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Maybe they'll update it in DLC. We didn't get a new battle mode, but we did get a Mercedes-Benz collab a couple months later. Yeah, this was the first DLC for the Mario Kart series, and it's kinda weird. I mean, it's like the people you just see scalping shit. They're weird as hell too. Fast forward to November, and we got the Mario Kart 8 Cross Zelda pack. This was great. You get to race as Link in Hyrule Circuit, a track based on Zelda, even with a puzzle. There were Excite Bike and F-Zero tracks as well. Really, the only things that sucked were Tanuki Mario and Cat Peach as racers, but it doesn't matter, we got freaking Link, dude! Then the following year, we got another DLC pack, being the Mario Kart 8 Cross Animal Crossing pack. This came with Villager Boy and Girl, Isabelle, and Dry Bowser. This shit feels like the Animal Crossing Doom meme from 6 years ago. This pack included reimagined versions of Cheeseland and Ribbon Road, which were amazing. We got some cool retro tracks, and an Animal Crossing track that changes based on the seasons. It was a cool gimmick, also Big Blue. That's all I have to say. One side note is that if you bought the DLC, you got to change the colors of Shy Guy and Yoshi, which is a feature I didn't know I needed, but I did. These DLC packs are great and added amazing characters and tracks to an already good game. The only nitpick again is no battle mode rework, but I'm sure that'll come in another one, right? Hell no! The Wii U was the food we had at home. In 2015, Project NX was announced, and we had to wait until October 2016 to see the console, but this was worth the wait. Among seeing Breath of the Wild and a brand new 3D Mario game, we saw Mario Kart 8? But no, it had King Boo and 2 Atom slots. Is this a new game or is it a port? We wouldn't know until later. In January 2017, we had a Switch presentation to blow out the console, but Mario Kart wasn't even mentioned. They decided to shadow drop a trailer for it after, and that's when we found out about Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And this was insane. So let's just look at the changes already. We didn't get new tracks, but that's alright, we already have 48. For characters, we got Bowser Jr., King Boo, and Dry Bones. All of these were strange exclusions from the base game, so it was nice seeing them return. They also brought back the Boo item, and for some reason, the Feather? Trust me, this was a good addition, because guess what? We finally got a new battle mode to give a damn about. We got battle maps, and 5. Count it, 5 game modes. You got your usual balloon battle, coin runners, bob on blast, and sometimes shine thief, but we also got a brand new game mode called Renegade Roundup, and it's pretty much cops and robbers. Due to a lack of friends, I won't go into much detail, but I could tell this was a great new feature. One thing I was neglecting was the fact that we got Inkling Boy and Girl added, as well as Urchin Underpass as a battle map. I love the crossovers we already got, so getting this new hit Nintendo franchise was a nice surprise. We even got the game a month after the Switch launched, so the real question is, do we get more DLC or a brand new game on the Switch? Well, I guess we have a whole generation to find out. Welcome to McDonald's, can I please take your order? Hi, yes, this meal was pretty good. Can I get another one? Hell nah, you gotta wait 5 years. Random analogy aside, we waited 5 years for anything on a new Mario Kart or a DLC for 8 Deluxe. This wait was so long we were already talking about Mario Kart 9, which was crazy. Anyways, on a random ass direct, we got the announcement of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass for the Nintendo Switch family of systems. Kind of like how I'm Swimpy, the gaming and Nintendo YouTuber for the YouTube platform. Long ass names aside, this got mixed reception. It was apparent this was just ports of Mario Kart Tour tracks, which was a mobile game. This means the graphics weren't going to be as good as the base game, but I was fine with this. This DLC had the goal of doubling the track count from 48 to 96, which was awesome. When we got Wave 1, the graphics were hella ugly on some parts, looking at you, Toad Circuit's grass. But I kind of enjoyed the simple aesthetic in some regards. I was the only person to fuck with Coconut Mall, for example. I look back on this era fondly, as I would watch so many videos speculating on what could get added in this DLC. Shout out my guy Albert Boris. This man single-handedly carried my hype for this DLC. In Wave 3, we got a bombshell surprise as they announced Birdo was getting added along with color variations. This was out of left field, but I love that they went above and beyond what was promised. During this time, we also got some quote-unquote new tracks, being Sky High Sunday, a Switch-themed track that was pretty odd. It had a weird layout, and the rails would act like those anti-gravity sticks, leading some to theorize this track was ported from the next Mario Kart game, and damn, they low-key called it. I don't know if it's true, but like, come on, the Mario Kart World version just feels right. We also got Yoshi's Island, which was amazing fan service, but I haven't played that game.
What?
No, alright. I know that sounds bad.
However, as I hinted at, these were just tour tracks released first on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, so are they really new? Ask the thief to his ship or something. Anyways, back to Birdo. When they were added, there were 5 more blank spots, which added more fuel to speculation. Later in Wave 4, we got Kamek, who finally showed up in a mainline game after being edged in Mario Kart 64. We got Wiggler, which was a weird but cute little guy, and Petey Piranha, which was out of nowhere but badass dude. King Boo finally got his boy back. This meant there were 2 characters left for Wave 5, but this is Nintendo, so it was actually 4. We got my goat Funky Kong added alongside Diddy Kong and Pauline, which was great. Finally, DK wasn't the only fool from his series in the game. Pauline pending, of course. I did say 4, but like, I don't know, I don't want to talk about the other one. Overall, this era of the game was a great way to send it off. Especially since I grew up with Mario Kart Wii, and for some reason they had a boner for that shit in the DLC. And that's a wrap on Mario Kart 8. This game was so interesting to me because it was the Mario Kart game for 11 years. We waited for so long to get Mario Kart World, but I'm glad we had this game in the meantime. I mean, this game had so much content with like so many courses that were pretty much all fun to race on, and we even ended this game with a crazy ass roster full of fan favorites, veterans, and honestly, some bullshit. This was also the first game in the series to have DLC, which is what caused this game to end up so big. This game ended up becoming the best-selling Nintendo game with over 71 million copies sold, and a good chunk of them were me. I don't want to talk about it. This game was so massive, it indirectly inspired the open world for Mario Kart World, which was a great change of pace for the series. I won't be surprised if Mario Kart World goes on the same trajectory, at least in terms of DLC. But who knows, it's been a year already. All I know is that I can't wait for that day for it to come out. If you enjoyed this video, please consider dropping a like and subscribing to see more content like this. Anyways, it's been Swimpy and I got some racing to do. Goodbye.
Swim and the Sims, but bro, we still pimps. We chillin' with chimps, tiny meat looking limp.
What?
And we call it baby shrimp. Just bought a blimp, you're trash. Sitting in a dump. Man's built like a tree stump. We all fit.